I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink a lot and I fall down. Hello, everybody! Welcome to the diaries. This February the 4th, a very important day, but I don't know why. Actually, I don't think it's an important day at all, just a day. But the other day, there was a big to-do about the date being 02022020, which is a palindrome, because you can read it both directions and it comes out the same, whether you read it forward or backward. And somebody wrote an article, it was on a CNN article, that said this is the last time this happened was 909 years ago. Which also, if you stop and think about it, is a palindrome, albeit a very tiny one. Well, to the person who wrote that article, you're wrong by a lot. We had a palindrome in our date on October the 2nd, 2001. That's right. 1002-2001. No matter how thin you slice it, that baloney is still a palindrome. So 909 years ago? Nope. Nope, only about 19 years ago. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. Well, that's real no reason why I'm here, except I'm here. And I'm here for today. We're going to do some things. Now, we are working on a new song for Waiting for Waffles, and it is a gutbuster. Let me tell you, it is a tough song. And I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to present it in the form of a video. If it's going to be a music video or just, some picture like the last couple. Because what I have stated with Waiting for Waffles is the only time we make an actual music video, like a video, is if we're doing a cover song. All our songs, I want people to concentrate on the music and not on the visuals. This one, I'm thinking, I'm not going to make a total exception, but I might make a little one. I think I'm going to throw in some behind the scenes of us playing the song while you're listening to it. And I started by filming Thomas Saturday. Today is Tuesday, Sunday. Today is Tuesday. And laid down most of the guitar tracks. We did not have a dulcimer, so we had to kind of fake a dulcimer, and I'll show you that, how we did it. Then I laid my tracks down, and I videoed playing my tracks. And we only have a small part of the song done. I thought we had a big part of the song done, but I went back and I'm a musician, guys, I hear all kinds of interesting things to change in the song or to add to it. And this song, if I have my way, it's going to be like 38 minutes long, but hopefully I'm going to keep it down to about 6. So I put some of that, I put a little teeny tiny bit of that on here because I've got it ready to go. I also have a bowling tournament coming up on Saturday. Actually, it's Saturday and Sunday, but I'll probably only be able to make Saturday because working on the song on Sunday, hopefully. So we'll be able to get on the road a little bit and do a small commute over there and taking the Vehicle of Adventure, which is the predecessor, it came after the Car of Mystery, which, as we know, is gone off to mysterious places. Okay, and what else do we have going on? Well, we're going to be filming in 2 weeks for 30 miles. I found out today that the first shoot for 30 miles, the first one we did, was 2 years ago. So this film has taken an awfully long time to get nowhere. And the saddest thing is Sean, who's our main kid in the film, has gotten 2 years older. So consequently, he's gotten 2 years older taller. So I'm trying to kind of mask the fact that it's taken so long to do this one. Plus we have Weeblefester 5 to work on. And you know what, gang? I'm going to be honest with you. I've been thinking about this and stewing over it for so long. And I think what I'm going to do is after these 2 films, I'm going to release one more. Okay? We're going to take one more shot at a horror movie. And then that is going to be the last film out of Kid Stuff Films. That's not to say Kid Stuff Films is going away. It means we will not be making full-length films. I'm thinking we might just do short things, short subjects, and we can either post them on YouTube, for free, or we can put them into, into like compilations and do them that way. But I just do not have the time. Our cast has gotten kind of small because most of the cast members have grown up. We are getting new ones in, but I don't know. Between that, the games that I really want to finish, and I've been working like crazy on those, the music, Waiting for Waffles and all like that, there's just not enough time in the century for all of this. So I had to decide, if I had to pull the plug on any of those three, what would it be? And the one that occupies the most time is definitely the films. So, 30 Miles, Weeble Fester 5, one more film, attempted a horror film, and we will be done with the full-length films. Okay? Remember, I said done with the full-length films, not done with everything. Done with the full-length films. Okay. What else is going on? Well, the weather has decided to go schizophrenic on us. We had a couple of days where it was in almost to the 80s, right? And then all of a sudden, it nosedived down into the 50s again, and Lord knows what's going to happen out here. It's been weird. So consequently, the Adventureland porch, the fountains, have suffered quite a bit from the sudden change of weather. So I've had to clean them out again, and if you remember, just I think last episode, the episode before last, or last episode, I just cleaned all that out, did all that. I had to do it again. So, but you don't have to see that because I've already done it. So we'll see what else goes on in this episode. And so, without any further ado, let's get going. This is what we do when we don't have an instrument we need. We tied off the E and the A string with a hair strap so it doesn't do nothing. And then retune this all to D. So, until Waiting for Waffles is rich enough to afford a dulcimer, which go for like $130 and we can't afford it. And in any case, this is our dulcimer. Well, I am very excited because I just got an email this afternoon that said, "Do you want to teach at Yavapai this year?" That was like asking, "Would you like $1 million? Yes or no?" Just answer either way. It was one of those questions where you didn't even have to ask. You should have just scheduled. So I'm very excited because, as many of you know, I did not get to teach last year because there was a lot of construction going on at the school, a lot of changes going on as far as, what they had room for during the month of June, so they ran on a very small schedule. And since I live, an hour and 15 minutes away, my class was not scheduled. And so I've been kind of concerned, is it going to be scheduled the next year, or are they just trying to find a way to not do it? But today, I got my answer, so I am extremely excited that I get to teach at Yavapai again, College for Kids, this year. So that's going to kind of modify things on how we do things in the upcoming episodes. But that will happen in the upcoming episodes. The time has come for me to go out and get a pair of pants, because I tore mine yesterday at work. I didn't tear it in an inconspicuous spot. I tore it right in the knee, across the badge, and it was torn when I was working on a machine. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who overindulges in, the purchase of necessities. So I don't buy like 7 pairs of pants. I buy like 1 or 2. Same with shoes, and I wind up wearing the same pair of shoes until they're no longer shoes. They're sandals by the time I get done with them. But in any case, I gotta go out and get some pants. Now, we are going to be going out and doing some stuff in this episode, but I don't think you necessarily have to go with me on this one. However, tomorrow, I have a junior tournament, which I have placed, several junior tournaments on Darkslade Diaries, and I'm going to put this one on. So tomorrow we'll go out on the road and go do that. But for now, I need a pair of pants. Today's junk mail is somewhat unique. It calls for a different kind of introduction. Hello, junk mail! Okay, this is called a money mailer. Pa-da! And if you think with the name money mailer, they'd be mailing money, but they don't. They mail crap. But this is a big old envelope that will not open. There we go. Full of crap. It's a money mailer. No money. Let's see what we got here. 947 coupons you'll never use. Here they go. From Parts Geek. Save 5% on your first order. Woohoo! 6 premium windows for only, get this, it says only, right? $3,425. You know what, gang? You do not put the modifier only in front of a compound noun like $3,425. Alright, let's get that out of here. Oh, here's something that looks like it fell out of the back of a comic book. Let's see. First impression, Ironworks? Ironworks. How many people do you know get ironworks done in their house that don't live around Darkslade? Man, that's for sure. I'm throwing that away. Classic closets. Not to be confused with, standard everyday closets. Oh, this goes on and on. Big five, big brand, blah, blah, blah. Upgrade your garage. Express flooring. Wild new rides and animals. At the Wildlife World. Where the heck is this place at? Northern and 3th. I think I'll hang on to that one. Might be a place for us all to go. 2. Get 2 windows. Boy, they're really... More windows. They're really big on windows around here. And closets. AARP. Yeah, I'm going to have to be dealing with that pretty soon. Oh, here's something for food. At Bosa's Donuts. That's right around the corner. It's not a coupon. It just tells you that they have stuff. Buy one, get one free. The more you spend, the more you save. Oh, let's not go to that part of town. The more you spend, the more you save. Ha! Go back many episodes. I think episode 15 or something like that. I had something to say about the more you spend, the more you save. Dish Network, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what this is. Editor's Choice Home Security. Good. Now, don't ever deal with a company that's got a name that's impossible to pronounce. What is that? Grulich. Security system, blah, 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 blah. This is like my floor is covered with all these things. I get these every month. Every month they're spending about $900 on paper for me to throw them into the recycle bin. I'm hoping they're using recycled paper. That would at least make some sense. But that's our junk mail for today, and that is... You want to talk about junk? Take a look at this. Here. Let me see if I can arrange it so you can see the junk. Apparently not, because I don't know how my tripod works. There we go. Look at that. That's why it's called junk mail, because it's all over the floor. All right. It's Saturday the 8th, and I have to not give coaching. I'm going to a tournament for my junior bowlers, and it's at the center. Wow, look at that. Look like I got big floppy ears. It's at the center that they normally bowl at. So hopefully it's going to be fairly decent for all my bowlers, but we'll find out. And we are all going! Yes. I take you to tournaments when I can get to them most of the time. And today I can get to it most of the time, so we'd better get... What time is it? Uh-oh! We better get going. Let's get on the road! Oh. Relatively nice day today. Not too hot, not too cold. Not too tart, not too sweet. Wrong key. Yep. There we go. My daughter's moving today into her new place, which is about 100 feet from the old place. Well, it's around the corner, more than anything. Everyone's working hard except me, because I had to go coach. Alright, we're in the vehicle of adventure, and it started, which it's supposed to do. It's always good when it does what it's supposed to do. And here we go. Another exciting tournament. Better be a good one. Well, like I said, I don't plan when these things take place. There's Thomas, star of stage, screen, and radiation. Those of you who follow my blog have watched this kid grow up, and he's still a lousy bowler. And then, no, I'm kidding. This is Justin. If you're a Kids Stuff Films enthusiast, you've seen him in one film because he keeps disappearing every time we're filming something. Anyway, we're at the tournament at Let It Roll, and I'm going to try to center this camera so everybody can stand in front of it and go, oh, I didn't know you were there. Okay, so Jake's going to throw his first ball. This determines everything. Now we have Tyler. If this kid ever lets go of the ball during the backswing, people are going to get hurt. Okay, up next is Thomas. Get outside. Forgot to say. Dodge the through strike. Okay, I'm recording with my phone because my camera just bit the bullet. I'll explain later. Here's Tyler. Jake is doing really well. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. All right. Hey! Man, he is throwing just so far outside. All right. Jake on the right, Justin on the left. And no. Alright, in case you didn't catch it earlier, I totally papined my camera. I had it up on the side rail thing, or up on the ball rack, and I moved my arm and off to the air, Pablama! On the floor. Now, this is the camera I've been using for ages. It's the one I use for It's the one I use for filming when I'm doing, the movies and things like that. So right now I'm using my phone. So it's a little awkward, but the point of the matter is, my camera's been painted. Now, I do have a backup camera. I do have one that I can use. And there's nothing really wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. The only thing is it's an old Apetec camera. It works great, takes pictures, does photos. I used to make movies with it, but it films everything really close. In other words, it doesn't zoom out very far. So for the time being, I guess I'm gonna have to be using that because I just smudged my phone. So in any case, we're gonna head back to the old homestead. And you know what? I have been very careful with my eating recently, but I am gonna get something for lunch. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it deep inside. Well, this is what life looks like with the other camera. Now, as you can see, I appear to be closer to you, but I'm actually standing further away. This is the one issue with this camera, is the fact that it's just too darn close. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to attempt to fix my camera. I'm not holding out a lot of hope for that. So, odds are I'm going to wind up hopping on Fingerhut again and paying too much over a period of time for another camera. In the meantime, we'll be using this one. Like I say, it works. It just films too close. If it didn't film too close, I could probably just switch to this one again. Do you hear that? I could probably just switch to this one again. But that's not the case. Well, it may have to be the case for a while. Well, here's the situation I've situated myself in. My camera is called Snarge. Okay? It's done. So I'll be able to get another camera before too long of the same kind, because there is a company that actually carries that camera. I got that camera like 6 or 7 years ago, and they've gone kind of past that. Well, I know one company that still carries it, and they have plenty in stock, and it's not too expensive. It's about $200, which is about $200 more than I can afford right at the moment. But in the meantime, I'm going to use my phone for the diaries, and I'll use the other camera for filming, because the other camera films too close and needs a little help with the sound, which I can usually do running the mixing board, but I don't want to run the mixing board every time I do a diary. So for the time being, I'll be using the phone. Hopefully the sound will be fine. I won't get too many click, click, clicks like I sometimes do with these things. So now I did try doing it with the other camera, and if I have to go out on the road or something, it works, but again, I think this is a better choice. It also looks better, for crying out loud, than the other thing does. So that's what we'll be doing for the meantime, and I am going to I know that they make a mount for the phone for a tripod, so I'm going to go find the mount, and I'll get that, and we'll be all good to go for now. We have music work coming up this weekend. That may not make it onto this video. There's the lens. It may not make it onto this video, but it will probably make some of it onto the next one. But we made some changes on some of the equipment. Now, Kyler, our 9-year-old, well, he might be 10-year-olds now, I don't know, drummer, we have a 5-piece electronic kit. Well, it's now a 12-piece, because I took one of the other kits that I had, one of the portable kits, and I put it on there off to one side and put the percussion on it. So now he's got all kinds of things he can smack around when he's back there playing the drums. So that's kind of cool, because it'll add some more percussion, different instruments to the music mix, which is kind of what we want to do anyway. Also this weekend, I have a film shoot, and I got to use the old camera to do it. And I'm kind of bummed that we can't get the new camera sooner, because I got to use the old one to shoot this one scene. It's for 30 miles. But, you make do with what you got. Now, right now, because I'm using my phone, and the phones, as you may or may not know, are notorious when it comes to lens distortion, you're probably seeing more Darkslade man, or this room that I work in, do the diaries in, than you've ever seen it one time. And that's because of the fact I'm using the phone, which is a widescreen, super lens distortion. I mean, check it out. Huh? Really? My hands are not that big. So, but at least it's working for now. You're probably wondering, how did you get it so quickly? I didn't. You have an idea how long it took to make this episode? You know, I just got it. So let's see how it works. I've already put it on the tripod thing, and we're on the phone right now. So this is the the Canon Vixia HR800, which is actually the next step up from the one I had. This is a refurbished. The only reason I was able to afford it, and I'm not really affording it, which I'll explain later, is to get a refurbished one. How does it work? I'll show you. Okay, you want to know how well it works? I'm using it right now, and it's wonderful. No issues. Like I said, it's a refurb, and there were no issues. I tried it with the microphone. Microphone worked good. I tried it with the headphones. Kept forgetting that on the Vixia camera, you have to actually turn the thing on to from AV to headphones, so you get this buzzing in one side of your head, and this thing comes back the other way. So yeah, success. We are back in business, and with that in mind, I think I'm going to end this episode. I will tell you this much: this camera is absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I wanted, and when I put up the GoFundMe, I actually had about 2/3 of it come in almost immediately. Special shout out to Jim Monaco, who has saved Kid Stuff Films for the second time. He did the same thing about, gosh, had to be about 8 years ago when our computer died, and he was a big contributor to that. So Jim, you're going to get another executive producer credit in whichever film comes out next. But anyway, I had enough where I could take some of my own funds, put it together, and get the camera. So we have the camera, but technically it's not completely paid for. It is, but it isn't. And hopefully it will be before all this nonsense ends. So, yeah, we're going to end the episode here. This was an interesting one. It took a long time because cameras kept exploding all over the place. But now we are back to where we need to be. And what more can I say? Next episode, we have a shoot coming up. Now we have a camera. We have a shoot coming up for 30 miles. And we have a shoot coming up for Weevilfester 5, which is probably what helped get this thing funded, was because Weevilfester 5 was put on hiatus. I'm pretty excited. One of the main things I'm excited about is that the battery on this has double the lifespan as the old one. But it also means I now have a backup battery. So when we're filming and things take longer, we can back it up. I mean, we can throw the other battery in. So it's all good stuff, man. It's all expensive stuff, but it's all good stuff. But we are where we need to be, and that's what counts. So, next week, that stuff I was talking about, and some work on a new music video. Incredible music, this next song. Not so much a video, there's some video elements, but I'll show those to you. I may have already shown you some of them. Who knows? Yeah, so that's what will be happening. In the meantime, you guys have yourselves a great week. End of line.